I have my sketch here already, and I'm going to start by using my charcoal hard pencil to just define the edges of my hair, so just so I can differentiate my hair from the face. And then I'm going to start by using circularism to create my afro hair. So here's a close-up of what circularism really looks like. It's more like making springs with your pencils, just moving your pencil in circular motions. And you can also make it bigger. That circularism is what I'm using here. And one thing to keep in mind when you're creating any kind of hair is to always keep your pencil sharp. So if you're using something that is on the softer side, but now I'm using the hard pencil, but if you're using something on the softer side, you might want to sharpen the pencils every now and then just to keep the tip sharp. The next thing you want to do is block in the darkest parts of your drawing that do not have any texture at all, because this can help you determine the values of the other parts of your drawing. When you're blocking in the intense black values in your drawings, you might want to use either a canvas leather over your hand to just really push in that charcoal powder or the graphite powder into your paper, rather than using a soft brush like I was using earlier, because that will just lighten up the whole thing. And the closest thing you can get to using a canvas leather or using your hand is using the hard brush. If you're not very conversant with how to use charcoal, go watch this video on the screen where I talk about the basics of using charcoal pencils for drawing. So the next thing you want to do is lay down your base layer, either using the charcoal hard or medium pencil. Just lay down your base layer, and here I'm using the scribbling shading technique, but you can also use the circularism shading technique. Here's a close-up of scribbling too. With scribbling, you're just going to be making random movements with your pencils in no particular order. Just make random motions with your pencil, and you can go back in and create several layers over what you've done. I'm using scribbling here because the texture of this hair is not so visible because of the lighting. So this hair is very dark and I can barely see the textures. And if in your drawing the lighting is actually different, where you can see more of the curls of the hair or more of the textures of the hair, then you definitely want to use circularism. The next thing you want to do after your base layer is to go back in and then darken your shadows or deepen your values for your shadows, and then you want to blend that afterwards and keep repeating this process until the shadows in your hair are dark enough and the drawing generally is dark enough. There's no limit to how many times you should layer when you're using scribbling or circularism. Just keep doing it until your drawing is actually dark enough or you have the value you're looking for. Even if what you're creating or your drawing is predominantly dark, you want to ensure that there is contrast in your drawings, that you'll have your shadows, your midtones and your highlights so the drawing can look realistic and pop like it should. Also, you want to ensure that there's a clear distinction between your values, so your shadow is not looking like your midtones and your midtones are not looking like your highlight. There's a clear difference between these three values. I usually reserve creating my highlights for the end of my drawing, and so that's what I'm doing here with my Tombow Mono Zero eraser. In pulling out the highlights, you want to follow the curls or the texture of the hair. If you liked this video, then watch some of the other videos on my channel. Thank you.